Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new review here on Max Talks Movies. And today I'll be reviewing the brand new Netflix original film, The Sleepover. The film is about when two siblings, played by Sadie Stanley and Maxwell Simpkins, discover their seemingly normal mom, played by Malene Akerman, is a former thief in witness protection who has been forced to pull one last job. They team up with Sadie Stanley's friend, played by Cree Cucino, and Maxwell Simpkins' friend, played by Lucas J., to rescue her over the course of an action-packed night. My name is Max, and once again, we're reviewing The Sleepover. Have you seen The Sleepover already on Netflix? Please, in the comment section down below, tell me, what did you think of this movie in non-spoiler fashion? If you haven't seen this movie, tell me, did you even know this movie came out on Netflix this past Friday? And tell me, will you go out of your way and see this film? I had very low expectations here heading in to this movie. I didn't see the trailer, but I just saw the poster and I saw the title of the movie, and I was like, this is just vintage Netflix movie where it's a ridiculous movie, does it all very poorly. I thought this would easily be one of the worst movies of the year. It's not one of the worst movies of the year, but certainly not one of the best. This is still not a good movie, but in general, let's just go through the cast first, obviously. I think the cast does a fine job with what they were given. I think the adults, for me, were way more interesting than the kids. I think Sadie Stanley and actually Cree Cucino, their friendship was actually very well done. They had great chemistry on screen, and they definitely took me out throughout when the kids were on screen. Malene Akerman from Watchmen, she is a total badass again here in this film, and you believe that she can go from what she was, a thief who trained in the military, to all of a sudden now being a mom who's forgotten her old life and now going right back into it. Her old fiance is played by Joe Manganiello, and he gets involved. She's married with Ken Marino, who plays Ron, and there's a lot of ridiculousness going on. Again, the plot is interesting enough. The fact that these kids are basically Sadie Stanley's character can never have a phone. She's not allowed to have a phone. Seems very weird. She's in high school. She likes this senior boy who's older than her. And then she can't use her phone, and her mom's very strict on what the kids can watch, what the kids can eat, all this type of stuff. And then you realize why throughout the film, and it does a very solid job at that. But most of the movie is just an adventure. It's Malene Akerman with Joe Manganiello and Ken Marino, the adults, and then you're followed by the four kids. The villains in this movie are, again, very one-note. You can see the twist coming a mile away. And the villains at first are very one-note. You don't know who they are, what names there are. They're just there to tell our heroes what they have to do. In general, this movie is very predictable. It's very cliched, and it's very childish. Again, it's a G movie. So very much for kids. There's a lot of fart jokes. There's a lot of just throw-up jokes. There's poop jokes, just booger jokes everywhere in this movie. Really, with Maxwell Simpkins' character, Kevin, who's the brother of Sadie Stanley. And in general, it takes me out of the movie. I think that the movie at times wants to be more serious than its rating, but also because it's G, it really does stick to its rating, which wasn't a good thing to see. I mean, it goes all in on those type of jokes. Ken Marino, once they get to this gala that they have to get to towards the end of the movie, his character goes so off the rails and becomes super annoying. Ken Marino's character, and I actually like Ken Marino a lot. He's good in the movie, just his character, the way he's written is so over the top. And Maxwell Simpkins as Kevin was so annoying. He was really trying to do a Jack Black type of performance, or those type of roles, but it just never worked for me. In general, I said Malene Akerman easily was my favorite part of the movie. She has the most interesting storyline going on, and the movie hits on every cliche. Of course, they find a car. They don't know how to drive it, but it's a super cool car, so they drive it anyway. There's just so much type of stuff going on. You understand where the story is going. It is an hour 40. It's an easy breeze, in my opinion. I never felt bored in the watch time, but it is super rushed. I mean, everything's kind of happening at once, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Things happen for the kids on their journey that is so convenient on how they can break into places, break into this museum. And it made absolutely no sense that no one could have stopped them along the way. It felt way too easy for the kids to find their parents. That's the whole point. You want to buy that the kids are having issues. But and then the boy who Sadie Stanley likes, it's super cliched, and you've seen that character, the senior guy who likes the young girl, a billion times in film, and this is done to the most predictable, cliche, generic type of way. And that's what I can say about this movie. It's a very generic movie. It feels like you've seen this movie a million times. The idea of it being called a sleepover doesn't really make a lot of sense, other than Maxwell Simkins' friend, played by Lucas J, is over there for a sleepover when this stuff happens. Didn't really make a lot of sense why it was called a sleepover, but that's what it is called. The action scene for me, there wasn't enough action. I was actually expecting a lot more action than it was. We didn't really get any action scenes maybe until the third act. And that's not what I wanted out of this movie. Yes, I understand that they're going on journeys, but while on those journeys, there could be some action scenes, not just for the adults, but for the kids as well. But nothing was kind of done. It was kind of like a blink and you miss an action scene with very generic music played over it. And it feels like you've seen these type of cliches from our characters. The fact that our lead character, of course, is the best at cello, and she's very afraid of the cello until we go to this gala and you know what's going to happen there. So for me, a very predictable Netflix movie, a movie that, again, I had very low expectations for. Is it one of the worst? Is this a awful, god-awful movie? I don't think so. I think there's still fun to be had. Characters that are done, actually pretty done right. Margot, played by Malin Akerman, and her chemistry with both Ken Marino and Joe Manganiello is good. I actually think Sadie Stanley as well was very good in this lead role. But in general, a rough outing for Netflix. I'll give this one a 1.5 stars. Out of 5, I'll give this a 28%. But the movie, it's a bad movie. And I heard a lot of people say they were laughing a lot watching the movie. I really wasn't laughing. It was very jokes that kids under my age would like. There's way too many child jokes in here that I don't think adults will get enough out of it. But I think the adult characters and Sadie Stanley's friendship do make the movie work at times. So that's why it's a 28%. Thanks for watching this review of The Sleepover. The best way to support Max Talk Movies is to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications on all upcoming videos, and comment, as I said earlier, and share the video. If you think people would like this type of video, please share that with your friends and family, people who you know would like this type of stuff. Today, I normally on Saturdays, I do a live on air episode, which is a 11 a.m. to noon live show where we rank a particular movie franchise. But today, I'm taking the week off of that. I've been very busy this past week, and I'm about to start college this upcoming week. So taking this one last break, and then next Saturday, I'll be back on schedule. But the next video here on the YouTube channel should be either a DC fandom breakdown, or if that's not happening tomorrow, if I don't do that tomorrow, then Monday will be the next video where I'll do my spoiler review of episode 2 of Lovecraft Country. So ring that bell for notification on all the upcoming videos for me here on Max Talks Movies. Thanks for watching this review of The Sleepover. If you want to find more videos like The Sleepover, if you like Netflix original films, this playlist right next to my head should help you guys out in finding your favorite Netflix original movies. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.